What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Fabricio Werdum and Alexander Gustafsson. We saw a very impressive submission victory for Werdum. I was so impressed. He looked great. I was really happy to see it because he really didn't look good in his last fight. This is not the Werdum that fought Oleinik. This is the Werdum of old, I believe. He looks back, or at least near prime form, gets the quick 2 minutes 30-second armbar of the former three-time world title challenger Alexander Gustafsson. I'm really happy for Werdum. Also sad to see Gustafsson lose, but that is the fight game. Now, what is next for Werdum after this one? He talked about possibly leaving the UFC. So if he is leaving the UFC, what's the matchup? He said Fedor. I like that idea. I won't be surprised if he goes to Bellator and finds himself fighting Fedor or fighting for a Bellator world title sometime in the near future. If he does stay in the UFC, I don't really know the exact matchup. We can pull up the top 15 here. But if he's going to Bellator, I feel like he's going to make a lot of money and have some easier matchups because the UFC is all killers. And honestly, he's in the top 15, so it's not like he's going to get an easy test. I would say for him, next, it's kind of tricky when you actually look at the UFC's top 15. I see why he'd want to go to Bellator. I could say the loser of Rosenstruik dos Santos maybe could work, but that loss against Alexei Oleinik is going to hurt his stock in the octagon. Maybe even Blagoy Ivanov, but that's not really an exciting fight for Werdum. I see why he might go to Bellator. If not, though, maybe give him in the UFC some type of fight that I'm not thinking of, but I won't be shocked if he leaves the UFC. Now, for Alexander Gustafsson, what is next? At heavyweight, I think you could do Walt Harris. I know that Walt Harris is higher ranked than Werdum was, but it's still Alexander Gustafsson. He has a big name. I could see the Walt Harris fight possibly. If he stays at heavyweight, it's a tricky matchup too because Walt Harris is an explosive striker. But now, if he drops down to light heavyweight, I will be much happier. And the matchup I want to see at light heavyweight is him and Volkan Oezdemir. Two strikers. I want to see that fight. Gus needs to drop back down, and he needs to fight Volkan Oezdemir. I think that's an awesome main event. I think that sells. Alexander Gustafsson, to me, didn't really lose much stock. He lost to Fabricio Werdum, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, by submission. He didn't get knocked out on the feet. He got tapped. If you go to the ground with Werdum, anybody can be tapped by him. Werdum is one of the scariest guys in the weight class as far as grappling. And honestly, he probably is the best submission specialist heavyweight of all time. And Gustafsson lost to him. Not a disappointing thing for me. I feel like either way, if this fight would have been 5 years ago, 10 years, Werdum is the guy. His grappling is just too much. And Gustafsson is really good at light heavyweight. Go back down to light heavyweight, fight in your weight class, take on Volkan Oezdemir. We have a great fight there. That is a main event that sells a ton. Oezdemir coming off the tough loss against Jiří Procházka. I think that Jiří Procházka is a guy to watch out for in that division. But I feel like if Gustafsson beats Volkan Oezdemir, he's right back in the mix. This loss here is not going to stop him from fighting in the top of light heavyweight. This is just, a fun, almost super fight, in my opinion, that he lost here. And it is what it is. But alright, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, turn on these post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one.